Breaking news, millions of Americans still don't have a real ID, and very soon, not having one could cost you up to $45 at the airport. In today's video, we're breaking down what the Real ID really is, why everyone is suddenly talking about it, and how you can get yours before the deadline hits. Stay tuned. This might save you money, time, and a missed flight. Let's start with the basics. A Real ID is a new type of government ID, your driver's license or state ID, but upgraded with enhanced security standards set by the federal government. It's not optional anymore. Soon, if your ID is not Real ID compliant, you won't be able to board domestic flights, enter federal buildings, or access certain government facilities. Look at your ID right now. If you don't see a gold star, a black star, or a white star in the corner, you do not have a Real ID. Now, here's where things get serious. If you show up at the airport without a Real ID once enforcement begins, the TSA may require you to purchase a verified identity check, and many states say this process could cost up to $45. Some airports will offer temporary secure ID cards. Others will require a paid identity verification service. And some travelers may not even be allowed to fly that day. So, yes, this is becoming a real problem. So, who needs a Real ID? You need one if you plan to fly domestically, visit any federal or military building, access certain government facilities, or provide secure identification for federal services. If you already have a passport, you may use that at airports, but most people prefer the convenience of a Real ID. Now for the most important section. If your documents are missing or incorrect, the DMV will turn you away. So listen carefully. You need four things. First, proof of identity. This can be a U.S. birth certificate, a U.S. passport, or a certificate of naturalization. Second, you need proof of your Social Security number. This can be your Social Security card, a W-2, or a paystub with your full number. Third, you need proofs of residency. Examples include utility bills, bank statements, mortgage statements, or a lease agreement. Finally, if it applies to you, you'll need legal name change documents. Marriage certificates or court orders are required if your legal name doesn't match your identity documents. A very important note, you must bring originals or certified copies. Photocopies will not be accepted. You cannot get a Real ID online. You must visit the DMV in person. Some states require appointments, while others allow walk-ins. But because millions of people are now rushing to upgrade their IDs, wait times are getting longer and longer. The cost depends on your state, but generally it ranges from $10 to $45. Some states treat it like a license renewal. Others charge a simple upgrade fee. But remember, not having a Real ID could cost the same amount, or more, at airports very soon. How do you know if your ID is already compliant? It's simple. Flip your ID over and look in the top corner. If you see a gold star, a black star, or a white star, you're good. If you see the words "not for federal identification," you do not have a Real ID. So what happens if you don't get one? If you arrive at the airport without a Real ID, the TSA may offer temporary identity verification, but it's not guaranteed, and the service may cost up to $45, depending on the state. For many travelers, this could be the difference between boarding your flight or missing it. In some cases, the TSA may deny entry completely if proper verification cannot be completed. There are some exemptions. Children under 18 do not need a Real ID as long as they are flying with a Real ID compliant adult. Also, U.S. passports, passport cards, and military IDs are all accepted alternatives. Here's our final advice. Don't wait until the deadline. Millions of Americans still do not have a Real ID, and last-minute rushes will cause massive delays. Check your ID. If you don't see the star, make your DMV appointment now. Thanks for watching today's update. If this video helped you understand the Real ID requirements and saved you from paying that $45 airport fee, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next trending news update. This is Trends News. Stay informed, stay prepared, and stay ahead.